Show. Today is April 24th, 2020. I'm Chris McCoy, and I'm joined here with Chief Sneed. Chief Sneed, yesterday there was some legislation passed in Tribal Council to give a donation to the Navajo Nation. What's kind of the intent behind that, and then what's happening with that?
Well, thanks, Chris. Most people are probably aware Navajo Nation has probably been hit the hardest with COVID-19.
Right.
I think the last case count was close to 1,300 positive cases, 49 confirmed deaths.
Wow.
And if you've ever been to Navajo Nation, of course, their land base is huge. They're over, I think, 4 states. And there's a lot of poverty out there. And so there's a great need right now for PPE and just for support in trying to deal with this. So brought a resolution to Tribal Council yesterday looking for a monetary donation in order to provide PPE or for whatever needs they determine.
Right.
And I was very grateful for the fact that Tribal Council passed it unanimously. Council Rep Richard French from Big Cove offered the amendment to have the dollar amount be $100,000, which it's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of a drop in the bucket.
Right.
But I was just really proud of our Tribal Council and really proud of our people, and the public support afterwards has been overwhelmingly positive. In fact, I haven't seen a single negative comment or heard a single negative comment about it. In fact, everybody is just really proud of our tribal nation to be able to support our brothers and sisters at Navajo.
Yeah, and our nation, the Eastern Cherokee, we're at a point where we can help in certain ways, especially monetary on those kind of things. And this speaks to a bigger issue and something a little deeper. As Cherokee people, we have values. We share values, and one of the common values and one of the earliest ones we learn as children are to help each other, to be a community, to help one another, to give rather than ask, to make sure that we're helping our grandparents, do chores, or we're helping share things with the neighborhood. So we're seeing a lot of that happen in Cherokee in general.
Yeah, I think it really is. It speaks to really the foundation of what it means to be a tribe, right? Is to care for one another, to be compassionate, to be generous. And all of those things, those can't just be things that we talk about.
Right.
All of those things are expressed through action. So when you think about a culture of a people, yes, there are words that we speak that can affirm and encourage, and those are important. But the old saying, when you're growing up, your parents will say, "Actions speak louder than words."
Right.
And so it's just really it's encouraging to me. It's heartwarming to me to see through the midst of this crisis our people come together as a tribe. But also to be very generous with those who maybe aren't part of our tribe, in this case the Navajo. But then also locally, you see a lot of great things happening. We've got groups like Jatana Feather and her group are making masks for people to give out.
Right.
We've got folks who are making sure that our people are fed. You've got Yona Wade and his staff at Cherokee Central Schools who have, from the outset of this, set up a drive-through food distribution for daily lunches for our young people. So it's just been amazing to see.
It is, and we're getting a lot of information out to the public. I feel like we've not left any stone unturned, and if we have, we're looking for ways to do better with that, and there's no ill intent in that. It's just such a good, in the heat of this, or in the middle of this pandemic, to see our community really practicing that gadoogie, practicing that value that you're right, we've all talked about and we've all wanted to be. We're all, whether or not we're upfront about it, we're all being a part of this naturally and inherently. Right. So it's good to see that legislation come in and for us to be able to help some of our brothers and sisters out there in Indian country.
Yeah, and my encouragement to the folks watching at home, to our tribal citizens is, I just want to say first and foremost, I'm so proud of our people and so proud of our tribal government, so proud of our hospital employees, the folks who work in public health, our police, our firefighters, EMS, our sanitation workers who, these are the things people don't think about, right? It's like sanitation, everybody's at home, so the amount of trash being accumulated now is much greater. Those guys are out there working 7 days a week behind the scenes. Our wastewater treatment, water treatment, all of the things that we take for granted. Yep. There are people who are every day out there going and doing the work so that we have all of the things, the services that we take for granted.
Right.
There's somebody out there doing the work. So just grateful. And my hope is, and I believe this to be true, is that when all of this is over, we'll continue to see that same spirit of generosity and caring and compassion and giving continue, because that's who we are as Cherokee
That's who we
people.
are. And we've gotten closer to that in this period, and I hope that you're right. I hope you're right about that. And we can continue that down the road. Well, thanks for that legislation, and I'm
Yes, sir.
certainly sure that they'll put that to good use. And we'll continue to pray and think about all the folks that are affected by this. And so, if anybody out there in the community has any questions or ideas for us, please comment on the page, and we'll pass that on. David, I'll go to you.